Hey everyone, welcome back. So I'm at Butlins Minehead today, and if you've clicked on this video, you're probably a little bit intrigued. Two sides to Butlins Minehead? Yes. Now you've got a very nice side of Butlins Minehead. There's loads of things to do. They've got a Funfair, they've got the Skyline Pavilion, they've got the centre stage, they've got a variety of different accommodation to stay in from low budget to high end, but they've also got a different side. A side that I stumbled across by accident. I didn't even know it was here. And then I delved a little bit deeper. You'll see more of that later on in the video. But first, let's start the Funfair. So it's a busy day on park. The main entrance is just over there. First thing I'm going to do is head into the fairground. Now compared to Skegness, this is already a lot better themed than some of the other fun fairs at Butlins. At least the staff are happy. So what rides have they got on here? Helter Skelter. Looks like they've got the waltzers, which are sadly out of action. Carousel at the front. Dodgems, what is it with all the Dodgems at Butlins? They all look a little bit tired, don't they? I've got to go on at least one ride. Let's go and check out my favourite. Paratroopers, or I used to call them the umbrellas. Some of them do have umbrellas on actually. This one. Tell you what, what's happened to the soft comfiness of these? I'm sure these used to be a lot spongier. Lock myself in. They've also got added seat belts as well for extra safety. Hammer off. Can I grab a mat? Yeah. Cheers. Okay, so I haven't done the Helter Skelter since I was a kid. And I'm doing this purely for the video, not for my own benefit. Alright, epic fail. I can't go on it because I'm wearing short sleeves, wearing a t-shirt. So in my previous Butlins videos, there was a lot of comments about the fact that you don't see the red coats during the day, other than, you know, in the Skyline Pavilion. Well, I saw 4 red coats around the Funfair, which I thought was a really nice touch. Okay, so the go-karts are an extra £7 if I want to go on them. I think I might give that a miss actually. Are they worth an extra £7 for an extra little bit of fun? I'll let you decide. Oh, that was close. Okay, let's head into the Skyline Pavilion here at Minehead. Sounds like there's a show on at the minute. So if I had to compare all the different Skyline Pavilions, I would definitely say this is probably the smallest, but there's still quite a lot in it. And it doesn't look as grubby, although it still does a little bit. It's very warm in here. It's a very warm day, to be honest. I know they've got aircon blasting out. So inside we've got a Costa coffee, there's a sweet store over there, Showtime Studios. There's a Burger King. Obviously all this is amusements. There's a Bar Rosso. So let's have a quick look in centre stage. This room is absolutely huge. So let's head down the boardwalk, see what's down here. If you're obsessed with Butlins, I'm sure you've been in here to get everything you possibly can Butlins branded, from pin badges to aprons. Really random. That's pretty cool. You can get a Butlins cushion, all the little emojis on it, deck chairs, sunglasses, the red coats. Don't think I've ever seen anybody in these. You'd have to be a pretty hardcore Butlins fan to have a hoodie, a t-shirt and a cap. These are cool little mugs though. A Butlins diary. Where have you been all my life? And the ultimate read, the Billy Butlin story. Definitely a good read. How one man started a holiday empire. So there's a supermarket. This is almost like a little shopping mall. Bear factory. A place to go and book your next Butlins break. He looks familiar. A couple of restaurants just up here. I think this is a bar, isn't it? Yeah. Some live music going on in here as well. Nice. So there's a fair bit in here. We'll have a walk around some of the accommodation as well. The swimming pool's in front of us. Again, I can't film in the swimming pool. How many Butlins have palm trees nowadays? Let's go check out the leisure hub. And what's interesting about Minehead is that you can actually get yourself a caravan, just like you can in Skegness, and stay all year at Butlins if you wanted to. The leisure hub. There's a lot of people not wanting to enjoy the outside activities here. There's nobody playing. There's not too many people on this part of the park. What's this? Have no idea. You've got these little mini basketball courts. I'm assuming this is archery. Yeah. Am I seeing things, or is this Christmas? I think it is. Although it still looks alright. It still looks good. Wow, look at the flowers. Now Minehead is one of my favourite Butlins because of the old fashioned chalets, but they're not looking old either. They all look pretty good. Well, you've got to give it to Butlins Minehead. They're on their A game with the flowers. It does look pretty good. See, it's attention to detail. The red and the white flowers are everywhere. All on brand. I'll have a walk down there in just a second. Let's just quickly check out some of the accommodation. Obviously, this is just a day pass that I've got. I'm not staying here. But compared to Skegness, where these types of chalets are some of the cheapest, at least these have got new cladding, well, newish cladding on them. And they look alright, don't they? Let me know if you stayed in any of these. Do love this walkway though. Attention to detail, even the benches, if you have a look at them. There's a time and a place to watch the world go by. So Billy's Avenue. So obviously a lot of the accommodation is over this side, which we'll check out. So if you're here for half board, this is where you come and have your breakfast and your dinner. The deck restaurant, the yacht club. It's currently closed obviously, so I can't show you, but breakfast is between 8 and 10:30. Dinner from 4 till 7. That's still kind of early though, but I guess if you've got kids you won't want to be eating late. So it can get a little bit confusing as to where you're staying, but it's all listed here. That is a lot of signs. So obviously the fairground, the water park, Skyline Pavilion, the beaches this way. We've got Ocean Point, Surfers Point, Oyster Bay, Atlantic Bay, and a restaurant all down there. So let's head down this way. The stalls again. Why can't people just put them back into their chalets when they've sat outside? I understand they want to sit outside, but just put them back afterwards. I'm sure that shouldn't be there. Personally, I'm superstitious. I would not want to stay in any room that has that on the door. So you can really see the basic to the little bit better and the bit more better. up the top there when it comes to accommodation. So the traditional holiday camp style with them all in rows in Atlantic Bay. So these are a step up from the accommodation I just showed you. Obviously I'm not showing you inside, just purely on the outside, just having a walk around. Cool, these are a bit rusty. So these rooms have little kitchenettes in them and little sofas. They do look pretty good. You think about the old days of Butlins when someone would probably come round with a tea cart, knocking on people's doors if they wanted tea. Look at that, they're upgrading all of these. And in every door, a nice touch, they have a Butlins mat. If you've stayed here, you'll know what I mean. Now heading into Oyster Bay. I'll tell you what, the gardens and landscaping at Butlins Minehead is really nice. Now the only thing that lets these down, personally in my opinion, obviously they're probably really nice inside, is the entrances are a little bit naff, aren't they? As you have to go up the stairs, and it always feels almost like you're going up into the wrong way, like you're going up a fire escape or going into or out of a fire door. Bit odd. It feels like you're on an estate round here, walking around the backs. Tell you what, it's super hot. I don't think these places have air conditioning. Interesting area. These pergolas here. As one thing I noticed that's not here, if you wanted to dry your clothes, if you do a little bit of washing whilst you're on holiday, but that would bring the area down a little bit, wouldn't it? And up this end of the park, you've got a supermarket, which is quite handy because the other one's all the way down where the entertainment complex is. So you've got a cash point here and a supermarket, which is quite good. And I guess the reason why the supermarket is here, because of the caravan site that's here on Butlins Minehead. Just behind the shop, just walked around here, is this staff quarters? I guess it must be. Do let me know in the comments. I think it must be. Again, totally confused whether this is part of Butlins or not. I'm not quite sure. But there's a Circus here being taken down or being put up. Just in case you need to phone home, there's a big old bank of telephone boxes. Do people still use these? This area doesn't look overly great, does it? Wow. Please don't tell me these. This must be staff or really old chalets that are no longer used. There's a few chalets here. Okay, yeah, these are not used anymore, just for storage. These are really retro. These old-fashioned chalets, look at these. Quite surprised that this is just left like this, so you can just walk around. Oh, that's all I'm doing, just walking around. So anyone can walk around these old chalets. It's not taped off or anything. This is so odd. What's this all about? The heck? Okay. What's going on? So some people actually said in my last Butlins video, you just go looking for the bad. I am literally just walking around the park like I can see other people doing and getting lost at the same time, but also discovering some really old-fashioned chalets and a bit of Butlins history as well. So are they redoing this area? Maybe. And this is what I mean, look. So you can just walk down here. This door is open. Now, I'm walking into a little bit of history, but also, what the heck? My God. Someone's even used the toilet. Someone's even used the toilet. Oh. Right, and I will show you, if you don't believe me, that anyone can just walk in these. I will shut the door. Right. I will walk up here to the other part of the accommodation. Obviously this area, there's about 5 rows of these, and they do look absolutely atrocious. It's like walking around a Butlins that has just closed. And just to show you how easy it is to walk around here, this is where all the other accommodation is. There you go. Shocking. So I was a little confused about this area, and I've just spoke to a member of staff who said the reason why they've kept them like this is because of the history. Even the member of staff I spoke to said he's very embarrassed about this area of Butlins Minehead. And I asked him the question, how come it's not all taped off and boarded up so you can't go in? And he shook his head and he said that he's actually gone to the manager and asked. For me, it's a piece of history, but the fact that anyone can walk around here, kids can just walk into these and there's doors open, there's rubbish around, it's not good. I came across an open door and then I thought to myself, well, surely they must be locked, right? Surely. No, they're not. Let's go in. Let's have a look at this one. Actually, this has got a nice photo frame. But apart from that, look at that. You can tell that people have been in here and decided to be a little bit angry and punch the wall. There's a really random map there of the Midlands. Let me know in the comments. I happen to come across this, okay? And you might say, well, you shouldn't be walking around here, but there is nothing to stop you. Look, there's a TV. And what worries me, you know, is that, well, kids, you know, they're just playing around and they could just be playing around in here, couldn't they? Well, that's definitely an eye-opener. See, and these are the accommodations that people can stay in, and literally the other ones are just behind. And I will show you the other side, which is literally just yards away from the old accommodation. Some of this newer accommodation overlooking a lake. It's pretty nice. Well, obviously this is a much nicer area. It's a little bridge, you walk over here, look. That's great, so you can fall asleep listening to the ducks. There's swans over there. Butlins has just been sold, so the new owners obviously have got plans for the park. I guess that's why some of those old chalets are in limbo, maybe. I would definitely stay here, especially these ones. Very nice. But look how close it is to some of the older accommodation as well. Again, these are retro. Once upon a time, this is all you used to get. Just rows and rows of chalets. In fact, from the air you can see how it looks still. Surfers Point we're now on. Again, this is a lot cheaper to stay this part. But, you know, the rooms are still okay. At least you don't have to pay for your own bedding. These are pretty much, you know, a bedroom and a bathroom. No frills. So just behind the swimming pool, you've got these rather nice lodges. And the nice touches they have, branding, but also, I like that, nice touch. Some little mini fun bikes. So the swimming pool is just in front of me there. They've got an outside little splash area for little kids too. And of course the flumes here are really good. It's quite a good high wire. You see a bike on there where you'd have the nerve to bike across that. So this is the really old style layout for chalets on a holiday park. Look at that, just in rows, which is behind me here. Again, these have all been refitted, and what they've done is they've added little kind of verandas on the front with little picket fences. That's really cool. And with some double doors. Very nice. So 95% of Butlins Minehead is definitely worth visiting. I did speak to a couple of members of staff who didn't want to be on camera, but also agreed that those chalets The fact that they're not even boarded up and people can just walk around them, I even saw some kids playing around there, is not good. They need to sort it out. Comment below and tell me what you think. And if you want to see more Butlins, check out Bognor or Skegness here. Give the video a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time.